My best friend has always acted very strange around my mom. I just found out why. Objectively, my mother is very attractive. All of my friends make jokes about effing my mom, but none of them ever genuinely acted weird around her. Except my best friend Dave. Dave would find any excuse to talk to my mother. He's a feet kind of guy, and it didn't help that my mom never really wore socks around the house. I have caught Dave glazing his eyes at my mother's piggies more times than I care to count. Dave and I are 19, so I know hormones are getting to him. In the past, when he's walked around my mom, he's purposely brushed up on her behind, given her extra long hugs, and complimented how she smells. They go to the same gym, where I bet you can find Dave feasting his eyes upon my mother at the squat rack. It does make me uncomfortable, though Dave is my best friend and has helped me out more than anyone in my life. He helped me get through the death of my dad and go through my last abusive relationship. I never figured he would actually attempt something with my mother. But oh, how wrong I was. A few months ago, my mother and I were alone in the house for a night together, and were planning on having drinks. My mother has always been a fan of Dave. He's such a good friend, invite him over, she said. Not considering it too much, and figuring it might be fun, I did. I texted him saying my mom wanted him to pull up, and this dude showed up right after I texted. He was all sweaty from sprinting here across town. We invited him in and we were all sharing drinks. We played Just Dance, Twister, and poker. It was 1 a.m. and I went to bed, leaving them alone. Looking back, this was the biggest mistake of my life. A few hours later, I woke up in the middle of the night really thirsty, so I went downstairs, and as I was going into the kitchen, what I saw made me have to rub my eyes to make sure I wasn't still dreaming. Dave, receiving neck from my mom, while being very vocal about the sensations he was feeling. I gasped, and they both noticed me. My mother was a little embarrassed about it, but literally went back to giving Dave neck. I yelled at them and they stopped. I asked them what the F they were doing, and Dave yelled back. They were both completely messed up by this point, and Dave was half laughing, half explaining. What I made out from his slurring was the fact it started with a game. Dave knew I kept an intimacy toy called the Freaky Dice in my room and use it for my hookups. When I was sleeping, he said he snuck into my room and stole the dice. He went back into the living room, and he and my mom started playing it. Their dice-orchestrated navel kissing turned into more, and voila, was the exact thing Dave stated. I tried to kick Dave out, but my mom objected. We had a huge argument, and it's been a few months since then. In these few months, my mother and Dave started dating, and I have left home and gone no contact with both. Edit, the dice is from Q Turges, just F off asking about it, you HRNYFs.